Manhattan and otherwise. Welcome to episode 12 of the Chopping Block. Today we're talking summering and neighboring in MHK. Call it Manhattan, some call it Manhappening, some call it Manhappiness, some call it the Little Apple. Whatever you call it, we're glad to have you whenever you're watching this. If you're watching this the morning, evening, middle of the night, from your phone, from your computer, thanks for welcoming us in to the Chopping Block, where we take tasty morsels that didn't quite make it in our Sunday evening sermon and bring them straight to you. So as I said, we're talking neighboring and summering in MHK. So the Tallgrass mission statement is pretty simple. Because God first loved us, we exist to love God and love our neighbors. And so that's what we're about at Tallgrass Church. So I wanted to share quickly a resource, a book that's really informed and shaped the first year of our church, really. It's called The Neighboring Church by Rick Rousseau and Brian Mavis. So the neighboring church, getting better at what Jesus said matters most. And so we've been talking about what does it look like to love our actual neighbor. So our neighbor from the biblical definition could be anyone in the world that we can influence and have access to and bless in some way. But we've been trying to work at even the neighbors in our neighborhood who lives next door. You know, learning their names, learning their histories, learning their hopes, their hurts. Being present with the people that we're actually in proximity to. And of course that takes time. So, you know, if you need help getting some time in your schedule, I encourage you to get to that 70%, which we talked about in episode 11. So check that out. So I wanted to highlight just two quick points from the neighboring church that I thought were helpful. And the whole book is great, and I commend it to you. But the first one is this. So Robert Putnam, in his book, Better Together, Restoring American Community, he says this, and this is the first point I want to highlight, that good neighboring is just a safer way to live for everyone. So he says this, the more neighbors who know one another by name, the fewer crimes a neighborhood as a whole will suffer. A child born in a state whose residents volunteer, vote, and spend time with friends is less likely to be born underweight, less likely to drop out of school, and less likely to kill or be killed than the same child, no richer or poorer, born in another state whose residents do not. Society as a whole benefits enormously from the social ties forged by those who choose connective strategies in pursuit of their particular goals. So, no matter what your faith background, your atheist, your agnostic, your Christian background, Muslim, Baha'i, Jewish, whatever your background, if we all neighbor, our neighbors are going to be safer, our neighborhoods are going to be safer places to live. The second thing I wanted to highlight just quickly from this book is that neighboring well leads to a healthier way to live for all. So this is Malcolm Gladwell, maybe a more common name in the household. So Malcolm Gladwell, in his book Outliers, The Story of Success, he says this. He tells the story of the remarkably healthy people of Roseto, Pennsylvania. So researcher and physician Stuart Wolf discovered Roseto held a medical mystery. Even though the residents received 41% of their calories from fat, they smoked heavily, and they struggled with obesity, hardly anyone had heart disease. Furthermore, said Wolf, there was no suicide, no alcoholism, no drug addiction, and very little crime. They didn't have anyone on welfare. And then when we looked at peptic ulcers, They didn't have any of those either. These people were dying of old age. That's it. So Gladwell then summarizes the reason for this healthy community. So check this out. What Wolf slowly realized, this is quoting Gladwell, was that the secret of Roseto, Pennsylvania, wasn't diet or exercise or genes or the region where Roseto was situated. It had to be Roseto itself. So as Brune and Wolf, the researchers, walked around the town, they began to realize why. They looked at how the Rosetans visited each other, stopping to chat with each other in Italian on the street, cooking for each other in their backyards. They learned about the extended family clans that underlay the town's social structure. They saw how many homes had 3 generations living under one roof and how much respect grandparents commanded. They went to Mass at Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church and saw the unifying and calming effect of the church. And all that's just, the reason they were healthy, physically healthier, was because they were neighboring well and integrating and incorporating their families into the neighborhood. So that shoe fits for all of us here in Manhattan, Kansas, no matter what our neighborhood. So when I look at the scriptures, I'm struck by the way Jesus neighbored and the way he lived his life. So I personally live in south of Points. We call it SoPo, real close to here at City Park, actually a block south of City Park. And I did a little searching on nextdoor.com, which is a great resource. You can check it out, and found that we have just over 1,400 households in our neighborhood south of Points. So 1,400 households, you know, moms and dads and kids and just whatever those households are, 1,400 of them. And as I did some research into one of the neighborhoods Jesus lived in, one of the towns he lived in, Capernaum had about 1,500 people total during Jesus' days. So his whole town that he spent a lot of his ministry in, much smaller than just my neighborhood. But that's the place where he moved into the neighborhood, lived in a friend's house, in Peter's house. That was his base of neighboring. There was a synagogue real close where he did a lot of his teaching. That's where he, in the scripture, says he cast out demons, he healed the sick, probably raised Jairus' daughter from the dead there, healed the centurion's servant. Much, much more happening there, right in his neighborhood, in his hometown for a stint. So, man, I love my neighborhood. I love South Points, SoPo. I love this whole town. So let's neighbor well together. So throughout our little episode of the chopping block, we're going to highlight many different places where you can neighbor and where you can summer well here in Manhattan, Kansas. So last thing I'll mention quickly is we kind of took from this book, The Neighboring Church, tweaked it, made it our own, 50 neighboring ideas. So we'll have that resource linked pretty close by. And, you know, as you take that neighboring idea sheet, just pick a couple, 1, 2, 3 things and try to do them this summer and see maybe if the neighborhood will be a better place for it. So thanks for tuning in. Come with us as we explore Manhattan, Kansas. MHK, Manhappiness, the Little Apple. Let's go! Hey guys, we're out here at City Park Pool, great place, highlighting some summering and neighboring opportunities. So yeah, tell your friends when you're coming out, bring the kids, let them run wild. It's fun for all ages, of course. Some of y'all are gonna get those summer passes. My skin can't take that, so I come to Twilight Swim. That's when our family comes, 6 to 8 p.m. on weeknights. I think Saturdays as well. $3 for the adults, $2 for the kids. Cheap way to have a lot of fun, get the right amount of sun, right amount of pool. Of course, the City Park Pool is really nice, has a bunch of features, pretty spread out. So if you're looking for a more smaller contained pool where the kids aren't gonna run as wild, you can go to Northview Pool and it's a little less busy out here during the day. So that's City Park Pool. Love it. It's a block from my house, so we really love it. What else, Dave?
That's probably good.
Cool.
All right, we're here at the Johnny Caw statue here in City Park. He is the most famous Manhattanite, after Bill Snyder, of course. This is a great landing spot for families to come and gather. If you don't know, Johnny Caw was a character invented in 1955 by a professor at K-State. This kind of a Paul Bunyan-esque figure for folks settling the plains. You can check out more of those stories online. But Paul Bunyan's statue was put up in 1966, I believe, 25-foot statue. And it's been, like I said, a great gathering spot for families, folks to come and hang out right here in the middle of Manhattan. It's currently undergoing a much-needed renovation and restoration and beautification project. We're excited for that to get going. It's already going, and for it to get done here soon. Come to the Johnny Caw statue, easy gathering place. All right, the playground at City Park is undergoing some upgrades as well. This is my kid's favorite one, so we're looking forward to this one opening soon as well.
All right, we're here at the Splash Park. You probably can't hear me. Take it away, Dave.
We're here at the Splash Park, and you can hear me.
Cool
Come on
down,
over.
Come have fun with friends. You can climb this rock, and don't hurt yourself.
Whoa!
All right, guys, we're walking City Park here. This is historically a place where a lot of in-depth conversations happen. A lot of different folks. I always see people walking and talking, so hey, have the kids hang out at the playground, make sure they're under adult supervision.
Indeed.
Then you can take a stroll around the park, mile around. Great place to run, keep track of your miles. What else, Dave?
Great conversation with a friend.
Yep, maybe even a little prayer walk. Head over to Aggieville for that cup of coffee as needed. Again, my house is just a block from here, so I love it. To my left is Sopo, south of Points. Great neighborhood, so.
Indeed. Let's take a walk.
All right, we're out here at the City Park Band Shell. Exciting things happen here during the summer, namely Arts in the Park. Every Friday evening in June and July, there's great music out here of a variety of genres. So even if you don't care for that particular genre, I assure you, you'll enjoy the live music. Folks bring out their camp chairs. It's a great time. I catch up with friends. I see who from the community's out. I meet new people. A few people bring their dogs, bring their kids. It is just it's an awesome time. So Arts in the Park. I'm particularly excited about June 14th when my good friend, my buddy Javel Roan will be rocking his band out here. And he's put together quite a lineup for that whole weekend of a Grammy winning artist and Grammy nominated artist as well. And so June 14 is actually kickoff for the Juneteenth celebration out here at City Park. So this year is the 30th annual Juneteenth celebration here in Manhattan, I believe. And Juneteenth is a celebration of the Emancipation Proclamation, generally countrywide, but specifically for the state of Kansas. So it's a great time to learn some history as well. And so that's Arts in the Park, City Park, June and July, Friday evenings. It's a great time on this very stage before your eyes. All right, guys, you got to come to Longs Park. This is a great spot, especially if you want to have the kids hanging out at the playground while the adults hang out up at the pavilion. And you know, it's not spread out or anything. So this is a park we love to come to for our life group and neighborhood picnics. Longs Park. All right, hey, here we are at Sojourner Truth Park, a little known park here in Manhattan, Kansas. So if some of the other parks are full or busy, come on out here or just come on out here. There's plenty of picnic tables way over there, playground right here. So how to get here, you may be wondering. So go south on Manhattan Avenue, across the railroad tracks, just past Fort Riley Boulevard, turn left on Potawatomi, and then it's just right on your left. So I didn't discover this until I lived in Manhattan for 18 years. And so here it is, Sojourner Truth Park. All right, here we are at the linear trail, real close to Sojourner Truth Park. Catch up with my buddy Dave here. We're gonna go for a little jog. Hey, Dave.
Hey, what's up?
Okay, I gotta catch him.
Hey, there you are.
Watch out for that. This is a great spot to run or ride your bike. 9 continuous miles of trail. I think we're getting tired already.
It's true.
And a lot of great conversations can happen here.
It goes most of the way around Manhattan. It's a great trail. We love to come on our bikes here, especially.
I encourage you to bring a friend and maybe not necessarily hike the trail by yourself, especially at night. But hey, the linear trail is great.
All right, welcome to Blue Earth Plaza. This one is right as you come into Manhattan, get off the highway, you're looking at it. Right behind Candlewood Suites, in between that and the Hilton Garden Inn, right by Radina's Bakehouse, and there's a great grass courtyard here where you can throw the football or the disc with your kids. Great place to hang out at the actual covered over area here. Even at night, there's lights, and even during the cooler times, there's a fire going. During the summer, this is probably my kids' favorite spot in town. The splash park right around here in the corner. It's filled up with water. Kids can hang out, enjoy, and splash. Come hang out at the Blue Earth Splash Park. One more thing, you can see the Discovery Center way back there in the back. That's another favorite spot of my kids. A lot of great exhibits, kind of like a museum, but cooler. Come on out. Oh, hey, Dylan. You want to go throw a disc or something?
Well, heck yeah, dude.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
We're here at Tuttle Lake. There's a great disc golf course here, and we're excited to throw the disc around. Encourage you to come over here. It takes a little fee to get in, but it's worth it. Yeah. Dylan, for those of you who don't know, Dylan is our youth minister at Tallgrass Church, and he just got done for the summer. He is a student at Manhattan Christian College, and he is excited to hang out. Dylan,
yeah.
Are you pumped?
I'm pumped. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you throw a disc? Just give us an idea of what you can do.
Well, let me embarrass myself. Here we go.
Actually, not too bad.
Not bad, not bad.
All right, hey, you want to hold this?
Yeah, I'll hold that. You go ahead. Hey, we're out at Tuttle Puddle at the beach.
Shielding the wind.
Shielding the wind so you can hear us. This is a pretty great place to go kayaking. Tallgrass men, we're gonna try and do that this summer out here a lot. Good place to put in. Take it easy the first few times. There's no current to kind of, stress you out there. Also, I think us with the youth, we're gonna pretty much use it a lot out here. Come out here and hang out. Maybe camp out one night this summer.
Sweet.
Just hang out like that. So
I think some of the Tallgrass women are going to want in on it as well. My wife is hoping that this will be the impetus for us to buy a couple 2-seater kayaks.
Yeah.
And bring the kids out as well. It'll be good exercise for the lats.
Yeah, definitely.
Look forward to it. Saturday mornings probably most likely, right?
Saturday mornings at 8. Yep.
Calm, peaceful, good conversation.
That's right.
Silence and solitude as well.
That's right.
In community. What else? That didn't make sense.
I think that's about it, Ben. Just fun.
All right, here we are, downtown Manhattan. We're gonna walk a little.
Why don't you walk with us?
Talking third Thursdays. Every third Thursday of the month in May, which has happened. Also in June, July, August, and September, featuring local business and different artisans and such. So like right here, right past AJ's, which we had this last Thursday, which was delicious.
Always delicious.
Parents and me and the kids. Otter's wheel is up here. Great couple. It's fun for the kids. And lots of great places to eat. I know the Well Church is offering goodies and stuff to people come by. They may even be showing a film or so. As we've been shooting these spots, I realized we're preaching to the choir because a lot of you guys are from Manhattan and you already know about this. So now we're heading into the wind, but maybe some of you are watching from out of town. That's blowing my beard back. It's pretty hilarious. Maybe some of y'all watching from out of town. Maybe you want to come visit Manhattan this summer. We'd love to see you. Let us know if you come to town.
Yeah, that's right. It's a great
place,
spot.
Great place to get away. Great
Yeah.
university town with the military there. A lot of great food places and things to do with the family. So come and see us.
That's
All right,
right.
we'll make it to the chef and then we'll sign out for
That's
now.
right. Hey, third Thursdays. Look,
Oh yeah, here we are, the chef.
can you see the sign?
All right, so yeah, all right guys, we're out here at the Konza Prairie. It's an amazing spot to come visit if you're in Manhattan, Kansas, if you're from here, if you're just in town visiting. So pretty much as you're leaving Manhattan on Highway 177, turn right on McDowell Creek Road, and it's 5 miles down on McDowell Creek Road on your left. We're gonna go explore a little bit. We love this place, lots of tall grass out here, so we especially love it at Tallgrass Church. All right?
That was a hike. I need to get more in shape. That may be another chopping block. We just walked up from the parking lot down there. We can pan over and see the walkway we just came up. This is the high point on the Konza Trail. Offers just an incredible view of the Flint Hills. It's always pretty windy up here. There was one time we came up with my oldest son, Benjamin. My hat flew off and he flipped out. I'll always remember that. But they love coming up here. We love coming up here. Oftentimes I'll just sit on that rock and look out and think, and pray. This is a very worth it destination for you and your family. You can also take the trail up and around the way there and choose a number of different routes back. Quite beautiful.
All right, here we are, Aggieville, Kansas, Manhattan, Kansas, excited. Hold up, there's a motorcyclist going by. Catch that, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo. All right, take two. Here we are in Aggieville, Manhattan, Kansas. Overlooking the Rally House, and we got the Dusty Bookshelf, of course, was just newly reopened after a couple years there. We wanted to highlight quickly the Nothing Festival, June 1 and 2, I believe. when all the college kids go home and we just hang out and do basically nothing. So I mean, it's an event. Some call it a non-event, where we just do nothing. Find it on Facebook, and maybe you'll find us out here doing nothing. So we'd love to hang out with you, see the townies come out and about, and enjoy Aggieville. So that's about it. We're off to the bistro. Dave, what you drinking?
Decaf iced Americano with a healthy amount of cream for 3 p.m. Thank you, Blue Stem Bistro.
Oh, and this is my black iced tea here at Blue Stem Bistro, a local favorite, with a little passion fruit mango inside of it. There we go, and a slice of lemon. All right, friends, thanks for taking that tour of Manhattan, Kansas with us today. Let us know what summering and neighboring opportunities we missed out on. And I just wanted to mention quickly that no need to plan a whole bunch of events and spend a whole bunch of money. Everything we've done today is free, and you can do it with people, with your family, by yourself, or with people. So great opportunities to neighbor and summer here in Manhattan, Kansas. And if you're from out of town, we'd love to see you. Come in, let us know when you're in town. We'd love to see you. So I guess that's about it for today's episode of The Chopping Block, Summering and Neighboring in MHK. See you this summer. Check out more content at tallgrass.church. Thank you.